he goes. Welcome one, welcome all. It's time for another exciting edition of your daily English extravaganza. It's the show with no name, and it is time for liftoff.
9,
Come
8,
on.
7, 6, 5.
Come on, count down
4,
with me.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Like Freddie Mercury,
Ignition.
I want it all.
Liftoff.
I want it all. And I want it now.
Get ready. Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelt.
Yes.
Hold on to your hat. Get ready for the ride of your
Yeehaw.
life. The show with no. It's show with no name time.
On Vaughn Radio.
It's the show with no name.
Put your hands up. Celebrate. Let's go. Go, go, go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We made it through another week. TGIMFF. What? I thought it was TGIF. Not here. Here it's TGIMFF. Thank God it's Mother Friday. Hey, as I always say, it's not good to insult people, but sometimes we use curse words, swear words, to add emphasis. Because one thing is unbelievable, and another thing is unfucking believable. Y a veces, right? Sometimes it's unfrickin' believable. So welcome to your show here on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget, you got tons of other shows, all catering to you. You know the word catering, you say catering, is catering in English, but also to cater to means to be dirigido a, I think you say. These cater to you. Right. That's right, folks. We've already started with some vocabulary here. Dirigido a vosotros, hecho para vosotros. And today we're going to be hearing from so many students: Alfonso, Elena, Chris, Valrol, Marisol, K-Roller Girl, Cristina Chicago, Anix, Born to Iron Man, Alberto, Juanlu, Monse, and many, many more. In our question of the week, it is a speaking section where you guys get to practice your English speaking and get some feedback from yours truly, un servidor. And you know what? While we're at it, ya que estamos, let me give you guys next week's question of the week, so you've got the weekend to work on it. What was, or what has been, either one works, because estamos hablando en pasado, pero también como sigue en vigor tu vida. Hay veces que funcionan los dos. What was the best year of your life? Okay. What was the best year of your life that you can remember? Maybe it was, I remember one of my favorite years ever was 1995. Why? Well, because I like the music better. No, well, that's one reason. The movies were better, yeah, that's another reason. People weren't so offended, yeah, that's another reason. But no, the real reason is because I graduated from high school. It was awesome. I was a senior. You guys remember your senior year? I was king of the hill, top of the heap, a number one. You know it from the Frank Sinatra song, which is actually, the song was written by Liza Minnelli, or initially, I don't know if it was written by Liza Minnelli, but it was initially performed by Liza Minnelli. Now, the person who made it famous there was obviously Old Blue Eyes, as they call him, the chairman of the board, right? So, my amigos, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to everybody who took the time to participate in this week's question of the week. We'll be hearing from you a little bit later on in today's show. Next week's question: what was the best year of your life? And of course, tell us why. You can record it on your phone and send it to this email address. Jot it down: aalonso@grupovon.com. That's right, aalonso@grupovon.com. You can always contact me via my professional email address. Also, you guys can contact me, Vaughn, all of us on social media. So go on over to social media, search for Grupo Vaughn, Vaughn Radio. As you know, we just started an account specifically for the radio, and I'm back. I've been using social media again, and it's great to read all your comments. I'm glad you guys missed me. I missed you too. It's true. That was the part I missed. But mental health, well, health in general always comes first, right? And my mental health wasn't right. You know, it wasn't where it needed to be. And social media was not helping the situation. So I'm back, feeling good. And I'm feeling good. So, folks, I see we've got a lot of people here ready to rock. Well, I don't want to let you down. No quiero decepcionaros. Decepcionaros? Oh, then you say English is difficult. Oh, my God. All right, well, here we go with our first challenge of the day. It's the Say What soundbite. Say what? What? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Put your hands up. Now, that's a song, that's a saying that you wouldn't mind hearing in a club, right? In una discoteca. We don't call it a discotheque. You sound like a European person. If you want to sound like a native, then you say a club. We don't say discotheque. It sounds like something from the 70s or something a German person would say. We were disco dancing all night in the discotheque. No. We went clubbing. So if you hear, put your hands up in a club, good. If you hear it in a bank, oh shit, you're in trouble. Then it's a stick-up. A stick-up es un atraco de banco. Normalmente es en un banco, right? Stick them up. Put them up. Eso significa manos al aire. I hope you never need to use it, or never need to hear somebody else using it, I should say. Put them up. Stick them up. This is a stick-up. All right, amigos. So, what have we got? We've got our Say What soundbite we're going to listen to now. Also, now, it is officially right around the corner. It is the Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. And it is June 2nd, last one before the summer break. We'll be back with these live events in October. It's going to be a full house. Full house. You call it Padres Forzosos, right? That's a weird name. Forceful dads. I don't know if I like that. We call it full house. It's going to be packed, but that's great. Lots of people getting together, learning, laughing, practicing their English, having fun. It's the Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. It happens once a month, but you won't have it for the next 3 months. So join us on June 2nd. June 2nd at 8 p.m. And this is at the Toast Tap Room. The Toast Tap Room is located in Malasaña. Awesome area in Madrid. And it's going to be Fitz's birthday, too. So we can sing him happy birthday. Why not? Why not? Now, the only thing is, I hope he's not listening to this right now, because I'd rather surprise him. In fact, I got to remember to, bring a cupcake, All right, so join us. Join us. It's a free event. A lot of times people contact me and say, hey, Alberto, how much is it? What's the deal? ¿Cómo va la cosa? And it's free. Obviously, if you're going to consume beer, water, food. That's not free. I don't know any place where it's free. Well, maybe a soup kitchen. A soup kitchen. That's what we call una cocina de estas. I forget the word in Spanish, where they feed homeless people, right? Soup kitchen. A ver, ¿cómo se dice? Soup kitchen, English, Spanish. Here we go. Soup kitchen. Comedor comunitario. Yeah, social. So yes, that's the only place where you can eat for free, I think, right? But really good food. Also, if you're a beer buff, un amante de la cerveza, I don't remember how many taps they have, grifos, but I think there are over 15, maybe 20 taps. Well, it's called the Toast Tap Room. Now you know why. All right. And toast, remember, to make a toast is hacer un brindis. To make toast, sin el a, es hacer tostadas. So just be careful with that one. That little nuance changes everything. So let's make a toast together at the Toast Tap Room on the 2nd of June. And as I said, a lot of really cool people are coming. As far as I know, que yo sepa, Chris Valrol is coming into town instead of Santa Claus. Chris is coming to town. Chris, I believe Alberto, too, your significant other with a cool name. Laura and Nacho Man, our former technician and a great friend of ours, and many others. Richard Vaughn never misses a trivia night. In fact, he's going to be there with bells on, con muchas ganas. But remember, 8 o'clock really means 8 o'clock, Spanish people. And I say that with all due respect, but I know here 8 o'clock is, 8:15, 8:20 llego. Okay, entonces te digo esto. A las 7:30 empezamos. Okay, we just slide the time. Okay, so if I say 7:30, people will get there at 8. So 7:30, 7:45, get there so you can get situated because it is a school night, right? A school night / work night. Decimos school night, no de forma graciosa, but that means I don't want to go till, 11 p.m., right? Because, well, I got to do a radio show the next morning. And Rob and many of us and the rest of you also have to go to work and go about your day. And there are always kids there, including my 6-year-old daughter. So I can't get her home too late either. So get there early. And also, if you get there early, well, that's a chance for us to chat. Because once I start, obviously I can't chat with you one-on-one. Why? Because I'm busy hosting the trivia night. So get there early. I'd love to chat with you. In fact, that's one of my favorite parts. Walking around, talking to everybody. Hey, Alberto, I love it the other day when you said this. Or why don't you do this? I love chatting. Hey, I listened to you the other day. I couldn't stop cracking up. These are the moments that are, as I say, magical. All right. Well, my amigos, as always, we're going to listen to a famous person speaking right now. We're going to hear this clip 4 times, and hopefully you guys will be able to make some sense of it. Here it is for the first time.
Oh, and I want to thank you for putting me under the added pressure of being the sole breadwinner now.
I already have a job.
No, don't give a second thought as to who's going to pay the mortgage. We'll just leave it all up to Carolyn.
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughn Town, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughn Town, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovaughn.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughn Town.
Pop quiz.
quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz.
That's right, folks. This is your pop quiz. And as always, this is an opportunity for me to share all the different materials that you can pick up for self-study over at Von Tienda. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at my buddy Kyle Miller's book, Business English. It's more than just a book. It's got video, it's got audio. And by the way, Kyle Miller will be in attendance at the trivia night. He told me just yesterday, he's never missed one, I don't think, but he just confirmed I'm definitely going to be there. It's going to be such a great time. Think of it as like a party. Well, it's Fitz's birthday, so we have an excuse to even, throw a party. It's not a typical trivia. Okay, guys, if you're thinking, oh, it's going to be boring, no freaking way. No way. No way. In fact, just think of all the people who are going to be there, and some of the most lively people, or some of the liveliest, I should say, people I've ever known in my life. Also, folks, remember that if you're looking for some awesome material for the summer, aside from following us on social media and getting these mini videos, these mini classes, you call them píldoras, we call them snippets, cortecitos, right? Well, you can learn tons of English with us on social media, but also there are amazing books available right now at killer deals all over at Von Tienda. You've got Inglés para ligar, €6.25. Are you kidding me? Yeah, €6.25, and you'll be able to hook up easily. Yeah, to hook up es ligar. Did you know this one? Oh, yeah. Bueno, también es conectar algo. Could you hook up my TV to my router to my TV? Es conectar. Pues piensa lo que estás haciendo cuando ligas con alguien. You're hooking up. Same idea, right? So, to hook up. Now, ahí empleamos el with. Did you hook up with her? ¿Te ligaste con ella? ¿Te enrollaste? To make out with as well is another way to say this. To make out with someone is enrollarse como, to make out with, darse unos besos. Did you make out with her? Did you hook up with her? Well, this is all stuff that you can learn in Inglés para ligar. You've also got Speak English Now. This is a complete pack. Okay. El curso de inglés con las nuevas técnicas de Vaughan. You can pick up the whole course for €52.37. You've got Aprende Inglés con Imágenes. That's our picture book. Guys, our teachers take that to our classes. So just to give you an idea of how important that is, the vocabulary books, the translation booklets, and also the student manual, bueno, en nuestro caso, the teacher's manual, that's what all the Vaughn teachers have in their arsenal. So what's stopping you from having them in your arsenal? This way you can learn whenever you want. So you can pick that up, Aprende Inglés con Imágenes, for $5.95. But right now we're going to listen to some business English from my buddy Kyle Miller's book. Everybody listen carefully, and I'm going to have some questions for you afterwards. Well, that's how this pop quiz thing works.
Were they bailed out in the 90s? Yes, they were bailed out in the 90s. Have you bailed out your brother yet? Yes, I've already bailed out my brother. Do they bail out banks when needed? Yes, they bail out banks when needed. Will they bail out their daughter? Yes, they'll bail out their daughter. Did the bonus tide you over until after Christmas? Yes, the bonus tided me over until after Christmas. Have the payments tided over the workers? Yes, the payments have tided over the workers. Can his loan tide you over for now? Yes, his loan can tide me over for now. Will $50 tide you over until tomorrow? Yes, $50 will tide me over until tomorrow. Negotiations Translation List 1.
¿Cómo inicio la negociación?
How do I start the negotiation?
Hay una regla de oro.
There's one golden rule.
Hay que tenerle respeto a la otra parte.
You have to have respect for the other party.
Es una regla fundamental.
It's a fundamental rule.
Esto facilita enormemente el llegar a un acuerdo.
This makes it easier to reach an agreement.
La otra parte no es el enemigo.
The other side isn't the enemy.
No tienes por qué vencerles.
You have no reason to defeat them.
Muy al contrario, hay que verlo como a un colaborador.
Quite the contrary. He has to be seen as a collaborator.
Es con él con quien trabajarás estrechamente.
He's the one you'll be working closely with.
Superemos las diferencias existentes.
Let's get over the existing differences.
Es posible llegar a un acuerdo aceptable.
It's possible to come to an acceptable agreement.
No conoces realmente cuál es mi posición.
You don't really know what my position is.
Busco un acuerdo que satisfaga las necesidades de todos.
I'm looking for an agreement that satisfies everyone's needs.
¿Quiénes son los implicados?
Who are the people involved?
Él solo busca obtener el máximo beneficio a costa de los demás.
He's only looking to get the most benefit at everyone else's expense.
No están dispuestos a negociar contigo nunca más.
They're not willing to negotiate with you ever again.
Ni siquiera consideraron nuestros intereses.
They don't even consider our interests.
Queremos encontrar una solución.
We want to find a solution.
Busco una solución racional.
I'm looking for a rational solution.
Las dos partes están involucradas en el problema.
Both sides are involved in the problem.
No veo una solución satisfactoria.
I don't see a satisfactory solution.
Siento que son dos ideas contrarias.
I feel like they're two opposing ideas.
No quiero un enfrentamiento.
I don't want a confrontation.
Tratemos de establecer una solución.
Let's try to establish a solution.
Hagamos un trato.
Let's make a deal.
All right, some really useful English, not just for business, because, well, everything in life is a bit of a give and take, right? Toma y daca, right? Everything. So, knowing that, it's not just business negotiations. It's, well, do you want to eat Asian food today or Italian food? Well, you got to, defend your point of view. Folks, we'll be right back with much more. So, stick around. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is part 2 of today's show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Wow, wow, and wow. We have got tons of people commenting here. This is awesome. Thank you so much, folks, for commenting along with us here on the show. And remember, the most important part, aside from commenting, is saying whatever we look at, whether it's something Kyle just said in that audio, something I say, something you hear in one of the ads, and you're thinking, wow, I don't know if I say that right or if I know that. That's your cue, tu pie, para repetirlo en voz alta, to repeat it aloud. You don't know. I know I stress it all the time, but it's so important to repeat things aloud and, more importantly, close to when you heard them. Because it's harder to imitate something if you repeat it 10 minutes later. Then you have to use your memory. But here, you don't have to use your memory. You just have to listen, repeat, I always tell my daughter, you're my little parrot. No parrot. Parrot. Say it with me. Parrot. Y zanahoria, carrot. Bueno, no sabes las veces que digo parrot, carrot. No es una O. Esto no es español. La O no quiere decir que es una O. That's, I think, people say, pero es una O, pero eso es español, esa regla. Que la O es la O, no en inglés. Right? We can't just copy and paste the same rules. But once you know that, life gets easier. At least learning English in life gets a bit easier. All right. Also, here's what I want from you guys. Some really good vocabulary that we heard there with Kyle Miller in Business English. It's available at Vaughn Tienda. Remember, our website is grupovaughn.com. Then from there, you can go to Vaughn Tienda and check out all the amazing deals. I don't know how long they're going to last, so take advantage of them as soon as you can. All right, the first word is a word we see a lot now. And I know it's a word that we've looked at, so consider it a review, okay? And this word is rescatar, but it's got other meanings, okay? También es rajarse. Te vas a rajar, pero echarse para atrás, rajarse, no rajarse como que te has cortado, right? So it's also rescatar, pagar la fianza, échame un cable. Hey, you can use it in any of those ways that you want. I just want to make sure you're using it correctly. Okay? So again, it's echar un cable, pagar la fianza, rescatar, tirarse en paracaídas, and also echarse atrás, ¿no? Rajarse, as you would say here in Spain. All right, so those are that's your first word, but it has many, many meanings. Use the one that maybe you weren't familiar with, to see if you're using it correctly. Number 2, Kyle used a really, really great vocabulary here. And this next one is a very common one as well. And it's to help somebody survive. Sacarle de un apuro, okay? Ah, tío, ¿me das $30 para sacarme del apuro? Okay. So, again, I want you to use a full sentence because I don't think studying vocabulary is just learning words. It's studying how to put those words into context and then saying them aloud. Nunca me vale con decir, okay, get up. Muy bien, si vas a usar el imperativo. But he always gets up late on the weekends. Ya sé que tú sabes construir una frase con ese verbo. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. Not just the verb, but putting it into its natural context. All right, and the next one is recuperarse. We looked at this one recently too. O también es superar, olvidarse de algo también. We use it after a breakup, right? Una ruptura. We use it after someone passes away. To pass away or to pass on, which is fallecer, right? Remember, that's the best way to say it. Why? Because, I heard your uncle died. Es muy frío eso. Suena como súper chocante. So it's always better. Oh, I heard your uncle passed on, or passed away. Tienes tres opciones, pero no digas die porque es muy fuerte. Ni tampoco digas, I heard your uncle kick the bucket. Eso es palmarla, estirar la. I don't know how you say it. Es palmarla, I think would be the best translation for that. It's like a very slang way to say it. So we want to be careful when, there is a passing. Ahí tenemos el sustantivo in somebody's family. Well, it's a delicate moment. No, delicate. Dilo conmigo. Delicate. It's a delicate moment. Okay? So 3 excellent phrasal verbs. They're all phrasal verbs. The first one, rescatar, echar un cable, rajarse. Use it in the way I think that you're least familiar with. In this way, we can see if you're using it correctly. The next one, sacar de un apuro. And the other one, the third one, is superar, right? To overcome something. Okay, those are your 3 challenges in today's pop quiz. Also, I'm going to give you the Say What soundbite. Here it is for the second time, and we'll take a look at your comments momentarily.
Oh, and I want to thank you for putting me under the added pressure of being the sole breadwinner now.
I already have a job.
No, don't give a second thought as to who's going to pay the mortgage. We'll just leave it all up to Carolyn.
Hey, Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh, man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I don't know if I can this weekend because I've already got plans. Oh, man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah, wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así de gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damián, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
Vaughantienda.com.
It's the Shit.
That's right, folks. This book is the shit, available at Von Tienda. Again, mosey on over. Vete ahí. It's another way of saying go over somewhere. Go over to grupovon.com, then go to Von Tienda, then go to Promociones, and get ready to find the best deals you've ever seen on any English materials anywhere. And I can say that because I've been in this business for quite some time. Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, let's see what we've got. A couple things I wanted to review before we take a look at your comments here. Well, Kyle used some great vocabulary in business English. That was just a little chapter, but he used the word party. I know you know that word, right? Party. Es fiesta, es festejar, ¿no? Como muchos sustantivos en inglés se pueden convertir en verbo, excuse me. So, to party. He likes to party. He went to a party. He's a party animal, right? Y acuérdate, we don't make a party. We don't do a party. We have a party or we throw a party, right? Acuérdate, eso es un error muy común porque usamos otro verbo. Lanzamos, somos muy bestias. We throw, arrojamos esa fiesta. We throw a party. We're throwing a party next Tuesday for Vaughn Radio Trivia Night. Or, como la canción de Rod Stewart, we're having a party. So to have or to throw a party, but not to make a party. And then to party is what you do there. If you like to party, then you're a party animal, especially the people in some political parties. Partidos, ahí tienes otro significado, un partido, iba a decir popular. No hablo de partido específico. I don't touch politics because I think they're all disgusting. Every party. I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on or you think you're on. I don't subscribe. People are like, yeah, but Rajoy. I'm like, yeah, don't care. I think he's a criminal too. All of them. But just because I talk bad about one doesn't mean I support the other one. I feel like that's the way people have become. It's like, I don't like oranges. Well, you don't like oranges? Why don't you like oranges? You need to like oranges. Well, just not my favorite fruit. That doesn't mean that I'm, out there loving strawberries. I don't know. I feel like you're not allowed to just say something without people like polarizing it these days. So it's funny because the other day I put a picture with Zapatero, who was actually, honestly, a nice guy in person. I'm not talking about his politics at all. I'm talking about the individual. And of course, he knows what he's doing as far as, communication. Oh, hi, he was being a politician, shaking everybody's hand, being really nice. And I said something like, oh, we're going to Venezuela this summer or something like, joking around. And a friend of mine's like, and what about Rajoy? I'm like, he's a criminal too. So my friend assumed that because I'm criticizing Zapatero that I support Rajoy. I'm like, guy, this is not Real Madrid Barça here. I hate them all, So it's funny though. But I thought it was interesting how he said, he instantly attacked the other side, if there is another side, when really I'm like, well, you're not. I'm not a Rajoy fan. You're not telling me anything. I didn't know, and you get what I'm saying. So I was like, well, you're screaming into the air here. So political party. Eso iba. Let me focus here. Well, I get heated when people like put words in your mouth. I'm like, did I say Rajoy's a good guy at any moment? Okay, there you go. Well then, STFU. Shut the up. Okay. So party, political party. Also, as we heard in there, in a negotiation, you have different parties, right? You've got Sergio Ramos. You've got Sevilla. Those are different parties. Football Club Sevilla. Let's not talk about that right now, right? That fell through. Toma, phrasal verb. Cayó, no? No, it didn't come to fruition. It fell through, that negotiation, because the parties didn't reach an agreement. So party, fiesta, festejar, partido, parte. Did you ever know that word was so rich? Well, lo bueno, que ya sabéis la palabra, pero es aplicarle estos otros usos. Okay? Another word, to reach an agreement. ¿Cómo dices entonces la palabra rico? Richard Vaughn is reach or rich? Pues no suenan igual, right? Si pongo estos de homophones, they're not. So let's say this. Intenté contactar con el tío rico. I tried to reach the rich guy. Dilo conmigo. I tried to, no he dicho to, I tried to reach the rich guy. Reach, rich. No tiene nada que ver. La primera es I, esa es fácil para vosotros, la I latina, and ¿qué dices? I always say that sound is I hear it all the time in Almería. ¿Qué dices? Paco, That's the sound. No es una total, pero más que I, right? So reach an agreement, como dijo Kyle, to come to an agreement. Excellent. And another word that I've heard mispronounced a lot too, involved. Acuérdate, la V. Yo sé que en español no distinguís. Tenía esto con una alumna ayer. And she said, pero en español no distinguimos. Digo, ya, me da igual. Estamos aprendiendo inglés aquí. Si quieres hablar inglés correctamente, tienes que distinguir. And the example I used is when my wife kept telling me, she said, we got to go to the bet. Y yo digo, ¿la apuesta? ¿Qué dice esta tía? We got to go to the bet. And I'm like, the bet? And she was saying, the vet. Vamos, bite your bottom lip. It tickles. And my student said, Alberto, but that feels weird. I'm like, that means you're doing it correctly. It shouldn't be natural to you because you don't make that sound in Spanish. Again, if it feels weird, it means you're doing it right. You're asking your mouth to do something that it doesn't normally do. Another example that I always hear, I'm not going to boat. No vas a montarte en barco. No vas a llevar barco. No, vote. Vote versus boat. Vote versus boat. So practice. In fact, I have a list over here. Maybe one day I'll post it on social media. Let me look at in my phone here. Are you ready for these sentences? Lively. Te doy algunas. Let's see if you can say this one. Esto es para distinguir entre la V y la B. I live in a very lively village in Bavaria. Ready? Say it with me. It's right. I live, no leave. It's not leave. Leave is marcharse. Es otro verbo. I live in a very lively village in Bavaria. Okay. I believe we can leave very soon. Creo que podremos marcharnos muy pronto. I believe we can leave very soon. Okay. It's a very viral virus. It's a very viral virus. Lo estás repitiendo porque si yo no tengo que practicarlo, lo estoy haciendo por vosotros estas cosas. So again, cuando yo digo esto es, that's your cue. Te toca. ¿No? Okay, I bought her Ballantines for Valentine's Day. Ballantines is a whiskey, right? So I bought her Ballantines for Valentine's Day. I blew up, inflar. I blew up the violet. I was going to say violent, no es violento. So esta es la frase. I blew up the violet balloon. I blew up the violet balloon. Okay, are you ready for this one? I love bacon, vanilla, and bananas. I love bacon, vanilla, and bananas. What do you think of those? Mira, tengo una lista. Look at this. Violent people build vehicles. Vacant buildings were vacated. Valencian vandals vandalized the Vatican. The Balearic Islands are very beautiful. Mira esta, justa la que te he dado. Please vote for my boat. ¿Os gusta? A lo mejor os lo puedo compartir. Let me see. I'll figure out. Maybe I can do some of these on my Instagram. Oh, by the way, I started using TikTok again as well. So young people, I know that's where the young people are. I'm not old, but you got to be everywhere. You know, Instagram was where the young people were, but then what happened? Grandma, mom, dad, grandpa, they all joined. So the young people fled. Huyeron. All right. So there's that V and that B. Guys, if you can master that, you're ahead of most of Spain speaking English. Okay. That's how important it is. It's like the es Spain thing. La E delante la S. These are some of the most common mistakes. And I get it. Porque vuestra S suele ir con una E. And I get the V and the B, porque what's the difference between Valencia and Vallecas? You say Vallecas, right? Es una B. Yo no oigo la diferencia. All right. Let's take a look at our comments. We've got tons of students checking in. There's lovely Elena. She says, hi, AA. Let's get pumped up. Vamos a motivarnos. Let's get pumped up. Show with no namers. By the way, could you shake off? Wow. Two totally natives. Quitarte de encima. Could you shake off your cold? I hope so. Still have a little bit. A little tinge. Un toquecito. Ahí. There's K Roller Girl. She says, hello, you wonderful people. TGIF. Yeehaw. What's up, K Roller Girl? There's Born to Iron Man. He says, hi, friends. What's up? Born to Iron Man in the house. Fabio Antonio says, hi, AA. Fabio Antonio Moyano from Cartagena. Question. Cartagena, Colombia? Or Cartagena near Murcia? Hey, it's like when people tell me Guadalajara. I'm like, Mexico or north of Madrid? Fabio says, ready to rock. Awesome, Fabio. You've got the right attitude. There she is, our movie queen, Chris Valrol. She says, hi, fantastic show with no namers. Here we go once again. Here we go. Absolutely. Fred Moyano says, hi, AA. Fabio from Cartagena, Colombia. Okay, you answered my question. Well, we have a Cartagena here too. And obviously, well, we know that those names are linked. Just like when you go to the northeast of the United States. You know what it's called? The area that's Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. It's called New England. Yeah. Nueva Inglaterra. Did you know that? All right, there's Laura. She says, good morning, lovely. Muchas uves. I love it. Good. Vamos a decir su frase. Good day, lovely and lively show with no namers. It's great you're back on social media, AA. Your language tips are always really helpful to infinity and beyond. There's Monse. She says, hey, guys, it's Friday. Es muy de teenager, Monse. Te ha salido la vena teenager ahí. En vez de Friday. Yay! I love it. Let's see. K Roller Girl talking about our Say What soundbite. She says, I listened to a British woman frustrated and being sarcastic about suddenly being treated as the only person responsible for earning money and paying the mortgage. But she is pointing Carolyn. Pointing at. Okay. She's pointing at Carolyn. Very good. She's pointing at Carolyn. All right. To point at somebody. And she isn't British, by the way. She isn't British, though. That's the only little adjustment there. Elena says, I heard an American woman at the edge of a nervous breakdown. Absolutely. Yeah, she's losing it. And apparently she has too much on her plate. Toma, tía. Tres totally natives. No te hartas, eh? So she apparently has too much on her plate, including a mortgage. Vamos a pronunciar esta palabra, por favor, porque esta es una palabra que sí, se escribe de una manera, pero se pronuncia de otra. Mortgage. A mí la gracia es que empieza con la palabra muerte. Mort. Oh, nice word. Chris Valrol says, I heard an American woman telling her husband what she thinks about something related to money. Absolutely. Since he says he has found a job and she mentions the mortgage. Oh boy. Yeah. There it is. That the big M, mortgage. So yeah, absolutely, folks. Yeah, it's somebody who is concerned because, well, it seems like, she's reprimanding her husband. She's worried about being the only breadwinner. A breadwinner is somebody who earns money, right? Se trae el pan a casa. Another great expression we have is to bring home the bacon. ¿Te conoces esta? In my house, we all bring home the bacon. Bueno, menos mi hija. My wife and I bring home the bacon. Traemos el bacon a casa. Yeah, that's right. It's otra forma de decir we are both the breadwinners, right? Well, it's hard to survive on one salary these days, you know? There's something. What political party that works on that, that's concerned about that, that's the one I'll vote for. And not just concerned when it's time for elections. I mean, who's really going to say, okay, let's do something here about the prices of homes, the hyperinflation. But since no one's worried about that, or at least not really, they make these empty promises, as we say. So don't get me started. No me calientes. Decimos en inglés, don't get me started. So yes, the breadwinner, the person who brings home the bacon, and in many cases now, it's both, right? It's both people. All right, folks, I can't believe it, but we have to take a quick commercial break right now. The good news, when we come back, we're going to hear from some of your fellow students. Plus, we have many, many challenges up ahead. We're going to play. In fact, we'll kick off with our homophones. We've already looked at some non-homophones, right? The word rich and reach. Well, you don't know how many times I've heard people pronounce them the same. Or leave versus live, right? They do not sound the same at all. Okay, maybe the L and the V, but I mean the vowel sound. Nope. Not at all. All right, when we come back, we'll also take a look at your pop quiz answers and much, much more. So say it with me in 3, 2, 1. Stick around. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, amigos. This is the second half of today's show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Don't forget to download the free Vaughn Radio app, and you can listen to all our amazing programs. Don't forget about our newest show. It's on every Saturday. Tell Me Your Story with Jessica. I always want to say Jessica. Linda, como mi madre. Linda Scaperotto. Well, also, we've got Jessica Fernandez on the weekends as well. So check out our weekend shows. Also, these shows are repeated on the weekend as well. So it doesn't matter what time. Hey, you got insomnia? You're tossing and turning? We'll be there. Grab your phone, go to the Vaughn Radio app, and learn a little English. The only thing is, it won't put you to sleep. I can tell you that. Let's see. A couple people checking in. Fi Marta says, El mejor. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Mercy Marroquin says, I listen to you every day. Oh, thank you. Wow. I am the luckiest guy in the world. I mean that. I really mean that. I'm not the richest guy. I can tell you that. But I don't care. I don't give a damn about money. That's probably why I've, lived a comfortable life. It's not my objective ever. I've never done anything thinking about how can I make money. I know everybody does that. We've got to monetize it. Okay, great. Good luck. Have fun. That's what I want to do. The second part, have fun. And your comments, man, your comments are my fuel. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. All right, folks, are you ready for your first challenge? It's time for Homophones on the Show with No Name.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no name.
All right, amigos, let's take a look at these homophones or not. You tell me. All right, the first word is the past tense of the verb hide. Esconder ocultar. Cuidado, Digo, me suenan raro dos O's ahí, right? So, esconder ocultar. Toma, ¿me das un totalmente nativo o qué? Por esa. I know that you can say ocultar. De hecho, no te sale. So, eso es cuando la O se convierte a U. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes, right? So, the first one. So, it's escondí, oculté. I was going to say ocultí. Digo, no me suena bien eso. So, the past tense of the verb to hide. Conocemos el escondite. ¿Sabes cómo se dice en inglés? Hide and seek. Seek, buscar. Hide, esconder. Hide and seek. Okay? So I'm looking at the past tense of that verb, though. Hide. All right? And the second word is a good word. If somebody gives you advice, well, it's used a lot with advice. It's acatar, hacer caso. Prestar atención. Okay, that's the second word. So A, what are those words? And B, do those words sound exactly the same or not? All right, there you go, my amigos. Good luck. We'll see if you guys can figure them out. The first word, el pasado del verbo esconder. And the second word is acatar, hacer caso, prestar atención. All right, my amigos. And also, I've got to give you the Say What soundbite. Here it is for the third time. Hopefully, somebody will be able to figure it out. Now, the good thing, you got the gist of it, guys. Girls, I should say. Habéis pillado la idea principal. Let's see if you can get it word for word.
Oh, and I want to thank you for putting me under the added pressure of being the sole breadwinner now.
I already have a job.
No, don't give a second thought as to who's going to pay the mortgage. We'll just leave it all up to Carolyn.
Who's ready for our upcoming trivia night?
Ready to rock, Daddy.
Do you have the info?
Sure, it's Tuesday, June 2nd, at the Toast Tap Room at 8 p.m. Hosted by you.
Nos vemos el martes 2 de junio a las 8 de la tarde para el próximo Vaughn Trivia Night.
Be there or be square, amigos.
You heard the girl. Be there or be square, amigos. All right, that's right. It's our Vaughn Radio Trivia Night, and it's going to be a blast. Don't miss it. All right, let's see. We've got a lot of people participating. Let's take a look at your answers for today's pop quiz. Elena says, my brother has bailed me every time I need it. He always makes my day. We're just missing a little something there, Elena. My brother has always bailed me out. Okay, to bail somebody out is the phrasal verb, all right? So my brother has always bailed me out every time I need it. Excellent. He always makes my day. Great. The next one, he bailed early because it was a school day. Excellent. Esa es opcional, el out. He bailed out early. Eso es marcharse, okay? To bail out, as we said, rajarse, echarse para atrás, marcharse, right? He bailed early or he bailed out early. Pero con la primera sí que tenemos que poner out, que es rescatar, que es echar un cable, right? Just think of it that way. You're coming to someone's aid, a su ayuda, okay? And let's see, the last one, man, get over it. She dumped you, remember? Excellent. Supéralo. Get over it. Piénsalo. A hurdle. If you do track and field, atletismo, you have to get over a hurdle, right? Well, a hurdle is another way of saying an obstacle, too. And you got to get over it. It makes sense, this phrasal verb. So we looked at to bail out, to get over. There was another one I was looking for the second one, but excellent job, Elena. We'll see if anybody got the one that they used in that audio. K Roller Girl says, I bailed my brother out of debt. I helped him tide over the financial crisis. No, I helped tide him over. Por eso quería usarlo. So this will tide you over until you get back on your feet. So pondremos la persona después de la palabra tide. But that's the word we were looking for. And eventually, he got over the whole mess himself. Excellent job, Elena and K Roller Girl. Let's see, Elena also. Wow, Elena, you got the Say What soundbite word for word. Excellent. Jay Lima says, what's up, boss? I can't participate as often as I wanted because I'm listening and working at the same time. Don't worry, Jay. You're here with us even if you can't participate. And guys, many of you who can't participate because you're driving, you can always participate. In fact, the best way to participate for your English, for your spoken English, is by repeating aloud. I cannot stress this enough. You want to improve your listening? Just turn on Vaughn Radio. You want to improve your speaking? Te toca. Te toca repetir lo que yo diga o lo que Richard Vaughn diga or Rob and Andy or any of us. Y otra vez pegado a cuando lo decimos. Porque eso es la clave. Porque ahí no tienes que, ¿cómo lo dijo? No. Es literalmente, oigo, repito. So parroting, as I said. All right. Great job. Let's take a look at these homophones over here. Elena says and are not homophones. Chris Valrol says and could be homophones, but I'm not going to bet the farm. K Roller Girl says no. All right, I'm going to say both words. Vamos a conjugarlo como recomiendo que estudies los verbos irregulares. Are you ready? Every day I hide. Yesterday I hid. And lately I've hidden. All right? So hid. It's that sound that you need to know. Hid. Right? Hide, hid, hidden. Dilo conmigo. Every day I hide. Yesterday I hid. Lately I've hidden. Okay, great. Now that second word is heed. Heed my warnings. Heed my advice. Hid, primera palabra. heed. Hid, heed. They are not homophones. Excellent job. Now, heed has a homophone. La segunda sí que tiene homófono. Te lo doy. He'd told me, me habría dicho, I wish he'd told me, ojalá me hubiera dicho, I wish he'd, H-E-apóstrofe-D, I wish he'd told me that he would heed my warnings. ¿Ves? So to heed suena igual que he would contraído. Excellent, John, but not hid. I couldn't fool you guys. No te pude engañar. All right, it's time for question of the week.
Question of the week.
That's right, amigos. It's question of the week here on the show with no name. And we're going to hear from some of your fellow students. And today we asked kind of a philosophical question. What comes to mind when you think of the future? First up, we've got Alfonso.
Hi, Alberto.
Hey.
This is Alfonso from Ruby.
What's up?
The truth is,
Truth, no, truth. Truth.
I don't see a future that's better than what I've already lived.
Okay, interesting.
As we say in Spain, any past time was better. And unfortunately, I think it's a very accurate reflection.
Very accurate. Very, todos juntos, very, no very. Justo vimos esta V. Very accurate.
The only area where I do see real improvement is
Area, no air, como aire, area. Para eso estamos, para ayudarte con estas palabras que no solo Alfonso ha pronunciado un poco, pero muchos. He oído área 1000 veces porque lo estáis haciendo medio en español. Area.
in medicine. I believe it will become increasingly easier to overcome diseases that are still deadly today.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope I'm not wrong about that, because technology applied to health
Applied, no, applied
is improving exponentially. Okay, see you next time. Bye.
Excellent job, Alfonso. And I know you'll take those notes, esos apuntes. And next time you'll hit that very accurate. Y otra vez, si doy un apunte a Alfonso, lo estoy dando a todos, Nadie se escapa. Don't hide. No te escondes. All right, let's see. Up next, we've got Elena.
Hello, this is Elena.
Hi.
How I see the future. You got me on this one.
Que británico, future. I love it, future.
Well, am I the one who sees the cup half empty or half full?
Do you see the cup half empty or half full? Decimos lo mismo en inglés que vosotros.
I'm on the fence.
I'm on the fence. Indecisa. Totally native. Estoy en la valla. I'm on the fence. Great expression.
You know, I can sum it up in one simple word. SSDD. It's same shit, different day.
Same shit, different day.
Same story, different day. In other words, life is a reflection of human nature. What happened in the past is happening now. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, in the future, there was starvation, disease, war, corruption. There is some nowadays, and there will be. But also, there will be good news to give us hope, especially
absolutely
good nature, intelligent human beings who make the difference. A bunch of, good people who can go out of their way and to make things better.
To go out of their way, hacer lo que haga falta. Excellent. I love your philosophy. I agree. Yeah, you can look at there's famine. There's always been famine. Hambruna. There's disease. There's always been disease. Now, the question is how you deal with it. We always say life is 90%, 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react.
With simple gestures like consume consciously or help each other, because this is what we leave for our children, right? And our grandchildren. Or just by following this simple rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
The golden rule.
Take care. See ya.
Do unto others as you would have done to you. The golden rule. It's true. I always ask my daughter that. The other day she did something and I said, she goes, Dad, was I bad? I go, no. Am I a bad girl? And I said, no, you're not a bad girl. I said, you're a kid. And well, we make mistakes. Do you know how many times I make mistakes, even now as an adult? I said, but the question we always have to ask ourselves always is, would I like if someone did this to me? And if the answer is no, don't do it. Don't do it. Right? So great, Elena. You sounded great. And I love your philosophy. I couldn't agree more. Up next, Roller Girl.
Hi everyone, it's Carolina from Valencia.
What's up?
I found quite interesting this week's question. So let's talk about the future.
Excellent pronunciation of future.
Honestly, these days I don't think much about my own future anymore. I guess I've reached a point where I care more about the present and just try to enjoy things as they come.
Yeah, you live in the moment.
Instead of stressing too much about what's next.
Next, right? Hay que oír esa acá, no es nest. Nest es nido, next.
If there's one future I really think about is my son.
Of course.
My sons, sorry.
I got you.
As a mom, I naturally
put
his happiness first. Most of the time, I was going to say lot of the time, but most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what I really want for him is to build a life where he feels happy and fulfilled doing whatever he chooses to do.
Great mom.
For me, success isn't really about money or status anymore.
No way.
It's more about having peace of mind and actually enjoying life while you're here.
Peace of mind, tranquilidad en tu mente. Absolutely. Ask Steve Jobs if life is about money, right? Well, he had all the money he could ever want, and that didn't cure his cancer, did it?
And the rest is history. I hope all my colleagues on the Show with No Name have picked up on that lesson too.
Picked up on, right? La T se une con el up.
Because, I mean, it is great to be excited about short-term goals.
Excited. Tenemos que trabajar, Carolina, el EX. Your homework. Y todos. Busca una lista de palabras. Excited. Example. Tengo que pensar más. Extra. Hay una K ahí fuerte.
And projects, but without getting obsessed over them. Cheerio, guys.
Excellent job, Carolina K. Roller Girl, a.k.a. K. Roller Girl. Up next, are you ready for this ball of energy? It's Christina Chicago.
Good morning,
I told you.
6 a.m. and it's my last day of school.
That's her at 6 a.m. Just imagine at 10 a.m.
So we finished here today. We go into school just for 2 hours.
Oh,
it's
wow.
a little bit stupid, but it's just, trying, to replace one of the snow days that we had.
Okay.
But it's okay. 2 hours and gone.
You can do it.
So for the question of the week, you were asking about, how do I see my future? So since we came here to the United States,
By the way, I love the way everybody's pronouncing the word future. I love it.
My future is a little bit unstable, so I don't know.
All of our futures are unstable, right? Most people are 2 paychecks away from being on the street. Piénsalo. And in the States, I would say most people are in debt, endeudado, because we live on that credit economy. But most people, okay, I've got 5,000, 10,000. Yeah, that's a couple paychecks away from being on the street, if you think about it.
Like we always, pending on the papers, the documents. So
documents, la U is you, documents, documentary.
We started, with a J visa, that is intercultural exchange. Now
intercultural
with an H visa, and then we apply for the green card. So it's always depending on what do they decide.
Right.
So things are like a little bit.
They're up in the air.
Unstable. How can I explain? Unpredictable.
Right.
How do I see myself? Maybe here, maybe 50%, 50% in Spain.
Well, either way, it's not a bad option. Living in the United States or Spain. At least you're not living in India. No offense to India.
Because it depends on that. My kids wants to stay. So if they do their life here, so I might stay 6 months here, 6 months in Spain.
Not a bad option.
50-50. But that's my future. Bye. Love you.
All right. Christina Chicago. Up next, we've got Anix.
Hey guys, this is Anix.
What's up?
First of all, Sorry, I don't want to rain on your parade.
Don't worry, we need realists in the world, Anix.
But first thing that comes to my mind when I think of future is the name of a movie, a 90s movie, actually, Total Recall.
Total Recall.
And
Great
I
movie.
think by saying that is everything you need to know. I can't think about the future in a positive way. Everything is going down, actually, from my point of view. And I imagine people living below the surface without greenery all around, no birds, no water running, and that's my vision. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, well,
Bye-bye.
hey, listen. It's, again, that dystopian future exists for a reason, because it's always a possibility. We have a nuclear war tomorrow. Goodbye fucking trees. You get what I'm saying? Goodbye water that's not polluted. Right? And polluted where, it'll kill you if you drink it. So, well, as we see, Anix is a realist, and there's nothing wrong with being a realist, right? All right, up next, Born to Iron Man.
Hi, friends. DJ speaking.
What's up?
What comes to mind when I think about
What comes to mind?
In the near future, everything points toward one big moment. The Iron Man in Loire Valley in France, on June 14.
Wow.
In the longer future, I imagine waking up without alarms, with
No alarms, sino alarms. Es una palabra que mucha gente pronuncia mal. Alarms, no alarm. Alarm.
finally belonging to me. More books to read, much time with family and friends, and more cycling, mountains, forests.
Great pronunciation of mountains, pero cuidado con forests, como el de una batería.
Long roads, and so on and so forth.
The open road, como decimos.
Traveling the world not in a rush, but with the freedom to truly experience places, people, and landscapes. Staying active not because I have to, but because it's how I want to live. At this stage of life, the future feels less about building a status and more about building experiences.
Yeah.
Health becomes wealth.
That's
Time
right.
becomes luxury.
It's our greatest asset.
And the goal is simple. Remain strong enough, curious enough, and healthy enough
Remaining.
to enjoy the ride for many years to come. Ciao for now.
That's right. Life is a highway. I want to ride it all night long. Guys, you are awesome. Not just your English, but your philosophies. But how about a little challenge? How about a double trouble?
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
That's right, folks. This is your double trouble here on the show with no name. Let's see what we've got for you today on Double Trouble. All right, tenemos una buena oportunidad para cambiar las ventanas. What? Yeah, ahí lo tienes. Ok, tenemos una buena oportunidad, que de hecho yo lo hubiese traducido literal. So, it's a tough one. Muy cortito, pero bastante difícil. Tenemos una buena oportunidad o un momento de oportunidad, un hueco, piénsalo así. Tenemos una buena oportunidad para cambiar las ventanas. That is your double trouble. You have to use the same word twice, as you know. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break, our final commercial break, but we'll be back with so much more. We're going to hear from some more students. We'll check our double trouble answer, say what soundbite for the fourth time, and so much more. So stick around. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the fourth and final part of today's show with no name. Thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to listen to all the other amazing programs here on Vaughn Radio. That's right. You can learn English with us every day. Have some fun for free. And speaking of having fun, we'll see you at the Trivia Night on June 2nd. Also, don't forget to stop by our Vaughn Tienda. You only have a small window of opportunity. Oh, was that today's Double Trouble? Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. Elena's got it, I think. She says, we have a window to change the window. Me vale. Ahora, es como frase hecho, pero se entiende. A window of opportunity. O sea, it's a limited chance. O sea, no vas a tener esto. Se ha abierto un hueco. Piénsalo ahí. ¿No? So we have a window of opportunity. De hecho, yo lo traducía. Tenemos una ventana de oportunidad. And people are like, yeah, no. So it's a limited time to do something, right? But Elena, it works without of opportunity because the context tells you the answer. We have a window to change the window. Me vale. Estrella, we have a good opportunity window. Bueno, te hago un cambio porque es más común decir a window of opportunity, pero perfecto, esa es la idea. We have a window of opportunity to change the windows. Great job, Monse. Chris Valrol. We have a good window of opportunity to change the windows. Ladies, you nailed it. Did you know that? I know you know window. Come on, that's an easy one, right? A window. But a window of opportunity is exactly that. It's a brief moment, a chance to do something, a limited opportunity. Guys, next week, we're going to have a window of opportunity to do this because they're going to be in town. Porque el cliente va a estar aquí, whatever, ¿no? Entonces tenemos una oportunidad limitada, a window of opportunity. All right, awesome job. All right, let's hear from some more students about the future. Up next, we've got Monse.
Hi there, Showino Namers.
Hi, Monse.
This is Monse PL or Estrella 5.
Estrella 5.
YouTube wants to call me now. When I think about the future, to me, it's a very big.
So, future. No hay ni un alumno o alumna que ha pronunciado esta palabra mal. Me encanta. Great job, folks.
Question mark. I mean, I don't know if I want to be here, if I'll be here, or I mean, by here, I mean Spain.
Gotcha.
I always fancy with living abroad.
Y qué bien has pronunciado abroad. Es que mucha gente dice abroad, pero no, es abroad. Abroad. Excellent job. Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. Things are getting tougher, I'll say, during those years. And I also want to switch jobs again.
Okay.
So, I don't know. But I know that as long as I'm surrounded with my friends and family, everything is going to be okay. So
that's the right attitude.
I look to the future in the eyes and I tell him, whatever you have for me in store, just bring it on.
Excellent.
Bye, guys.
So not I look to the future. I look the future in the eyes. Quitamos el to, pero me encanta. Le miro a los ojos and I say, bring it on. Adelante. Wow, I love it. So, solo te hago el cambio ahí un poco al final con ese to. En vez de I look to the future, porque I look to the future, vale, pero el momento que pones in the eyes, so I look the future in the eyes, le miro a los ojos directamente y le digo, bring it on. Que venga lo que venga. That's the right attitude, and it's true. The people you're surrounded with or by, los dos te valen, it's everything. It's everything. You know, I don't think I would be who I am, you know, where I am or anything without the support of my friends, my family, and my students. Seriously. So thank you. Thank you for being, you know, that support group, that network that we all need. Because no matter what the future holds, if you're standing next to the right people, you're ready to face it head on. And as Estrella said, bring it on. I love it. You guys, you girls, well, guys too. Guys in Estados Unidos is guys and girls, by the way. Cuando es como decir vosotros, okay? So I'm not saying solo tipos, just to clear it up. You sound great. Not one of you mispronounced the word future. That's beautiful. That is music to my ears. As I always say, and I mean this, my students are head and shoulders above the rest. Yeah, head and shoulders. Un peldaño y dos peldaños por encima de los demás. Speaking of, here she is, Nuria.
Morning, Alberto and Seguino Namers.
Hi.
This is Nuria here. As for this week's question, what comes to mind when I think of the future? Well,
Future,
actually,
me encanta.
I prefer living life every single day to the fullest.
That's true, to live to the fullest. And a lot of you are saying that about the present. A ver si me acuerdo la frase. Don't worry about the past because you can't change it, right? You can just learn from it. Don't worry about the future because the future depends on what you're doing right now. Me explico. All right, great job, Nuria. Let's continue.
Embracing the present, enjoying each moment, the simple things, and minimizing regrets.
That's right.
I don't know what the future holds.
Nobody
but
does.
One thing is clear. We only live once, and the future is unpredictable.
That's right.
To make a long story short, if I have to look ahead to the future, I can imagine new experiences, new possibilities that maybe enrich me as a human being.
You got the
and
right
help me
attitude.
become a better version of myself.
Wow.
And may the best be yet to come for everyone. Take care, amigos. Thank you.
I love that expression. The best is yet to come. Lo mejor está por venir. The best is yet to come. And we're really hearing not just some great English today, but some great philosophy, which confirms what I always say. You guys are not just good students, but you're good peeps. Yeah, peeps is another way of saying people. No, es una forma totally native de decir people. All right, let's see who's next. We've got up next, Chris Valrol.
Hi, show with the namers.
Hello,
Chris
movie
Barron
queen.
speaking. I associate the future with uncertainty.
Well, yeah, because we don't know what's to come. We don't know what's around the corner.
The proof is in the pudding. Look around you.
Buena expresión.
I tend to focus more on the present.
Qué bien has pronunciado focus. Bueno, no sabes la cantidad de gente que dice focus. Fóllanos. Hey, yo solo repito lo que me decís.
Because in my book...
Cuidado porque siempre lo dices así. In my book, right? Pones el énfasis en book. In my book, ¿no? El énfasis justo en esta frase es in my book, porque está diciendo en cuanto a mí. So I love the expression, Chris, but I'm getting deja vu right now of you putting the emphasis on book. Y esto es para todos, ¿eh? In my book. So aquí sí que es importante el my más que el book.
It's now that I'm laying the foundations for the future.
Los cimientos, great word.
Although sometimes I try to imagine myself in 10 or 20 years, if I'm still around here. And it's tricky. Your body is transforming, and there may be some limitations.
Sure.
But you are in there. You've always been there. I mean, inside your body.
Right.
So I imagine the future will be similar to my present in many ways. And if not, I'll see. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Excellent. Guys, you're inspirational. I'm telling you, I'm inspired by all of you, not just, again, by your amazing English, by the way. Who's your teacher? No, debería decir, who are your teachers? Because as K Roller Girl put here, Vaughn Systems has done its homework by teaching us the cha-cha-cha. Well, you don't know. Do you know what the most mispronounced word is? One of them? Situation. Right? People say situation. Lo entiendo porque la T es T en español, pero no en inglés. La T y la U es ch. De hecho, otra vez, decimos muchas veces entre nativos, what's the sitch? Did you talk to the boss? Did you talk to her? What's the sitch? Situation. There's a song by Motley Crue, si quieres practicarlo. It's the same old situation. It's the same old ball and chain. And you know what a ball and chain is? Grilletes, atadura, obstáculos. It's the same old situation. Look it up. The song is called Same Old Situation by Motley Crue. It's a great song for a Friday because it'll put you in a good mood. But it's true. The future equals, equivale, uncertainty, incertidumbre. But that doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? We love when we're traveling to discover, go down a road we've never gone down, to go off the beaten path. So uncertainty doesn't have to mean something bad. Uncertainty can mean just something new, right? And that's cool. That's cool. The only thing constant is change, correct? All right. I remember my dad. I used to say, but Dad, this is, and he would say, nothing is forever. Everything is temporary. And I go, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, life itself. Are you going to be here forever? I'm like, no. He goes, well, then once you accept that everything is temporary, you accept change. And, I saw the light. I saw the light. Amen, brothers and sisters. As you guys know, my dad is quite the philosopher. All right, let's see. Up next, we've got some more philosophers who are joining us. Up next, we've got the lovely Marisol.
Hi, it's Marisol.
Hi.
To be honest, I'm trying not to think so much about the future because I believe that it gets you stressed out as you are thinking about what you are reaching or not in life, what
Right.
is missing or not, or you might never get it. I'm trying to live the moment, or do things as a spur of the moment.
Spur
For
of
that
the
reason,
moment.
I make an effort to think about the present.
Oh, wow. So hold on there. Spur of the moment, en el momento. I love it. Spur of the moment. Excellent expression, Marisol.
Otherwise, you are just reflecting yourself in the future
That's right.
and never live or be aware of the present. I'd like to mention a motivational speaker called Victor Kappers,
Okay.
who does speeches in TED Talks or around the world in Spanish and English.
Okay, Ted Koppers. Koppers is his name? Ted Koppers. Write it down, folks.
He says that our brain is built thinking always about the future. And he mentions an example like why people are happy on Fridays, that is a working day,
Right.
and gloomy on Sundays, that is not a working day.
Sure, makes
for
sense.
most of the individuals. Greetings to our show winning namers.
Right.
Bye.
It's all about your mindset. It's mind over matter. Esto es la expresión que me encanta. Mind over matter. Significa, it reminds me of the movie, which is the one, La Vida es Bella, Roberto Benigni, right? He convinced his son that they were at an amazing place. And he convinced himself, and their mind was stronger than what really was, right? So you can, the mind is so powerful. Mind over matter. No sé si alguien sabe traducir esto, pero it's a great expression and it's so true. And that's exactly what Marisol was talking about. Excellent job, Marisol. And thanks for the recommendations too.
Hello, shall no namers.
This is Alberto.
This is Alberto speaking again.
Hey, wait, this is
from the
Alberto.
scorching city of Madrid. Talking
Scorching, buena palabra, abrasador.
about the future, what it comes to mind
Sin el it, what comes to mind.
is that future is related to uncertainty.
That's right.
And it sometimes creates me a feeling of uneasiness.
It creates a feeling of uneasiness in me en vez de it creates me. Pero muy bien, great word, uneasiness, inquietud.
This is why you have to find ways of changing the situation.
Que viene el situation, future. Es que sois unos cracks.
And live the present moment.
Leave o live. ¿Ves? Ahí yo te he entendido decir dejar el momento presente, digo. No creo que es lo que quiera decir. So, vamos a ver. Live, vivir. Leave, marcharse.
However, when you are getting older, time flies by so quickly. And you have to make the most of it by spending it with your loved ones and best friends.
That's true. As I said before, it's another great expression. Time is our greatest asset. Valor. ¿No? Posesión, activo, right? Time. It's true. I always say this. Money comes and goes, right? You get it, then you got to pay for something. It comes and goes. Time just goes. That's it. If you think about it like that, well, there you go, right? It really makes you cherish the thought. Cherish, valorar, estimar. Let's continue, Alberto. Great, great philosophy.
I tend to be a realistic person. And when you are 56, you are downhill and every second counts.
Yeah, everything goes downhill, cuesta abajo. Absolutely. That's life, right?
To finish with a positive thought about future, I hope young people can find a decent job and a decent house. I would also like that people take care of the planet because otherwise nature will punish us.
Well, then we got to stop Bill Gates and all these Davos people from flying around on their fucking private jets, or just use. I love that. Use a paper straw, but we'll tell you that from our private jet.
With more natural disasters.
Natural, me
This
encanta.
is all for today. I'm looking forward to summer holidays. Bye.
I'm just saying that these people need to lead by example. The same people are saying, we got to save the planet. Are flying to their meetings in a private jet. You see the irony, right? It's not us, the plebes. No, those plebes. How do you say plebes? The normal people. The plebs. Sorry, plebs. Plebe. Populacho. It says here. The plebs. I said plebes, but it's plebs. Yeah. You guys be good, but we'll tell you that from our private jet. That's the definition of hypocrisy. But that doesn't mean we don't need to, pay attention to what we do. But also, I'll do it when you do it. How's that? I'll follow your lead. All right. Last, but certainly not least, from Chicago, Juan Lu.
Alberto, this is Juan Lu from Chicago.
Hello.
Regarding question of the week, when I think about the future, I see a lot of uncertainty. This is our 10th year.
Uncertainty, not uncertainly. Eso es el adverbio. Es una palabra, pero eso es el adverbio. So uncertainly es adverbio. Uncertainty es el sustantivo. Okay?
Here in the US, we started with an exchange visa. Then we moved to a work visa that expires next year.
Okay.
Recently, we applied for permanent residency after spending thousands of dollars on the process.
The process.
However, with the new
process. I hope you get it, man. I really hope you guys get that green card that you're looking for. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Government policies that you already know, and the way that this government treat immigrants.
Immigrants have always been mistreated in the United States. Ask my dad. I mean, yes, you've had an opportunity, but, it's like a friend of mine said to me in Holland. He lives in Holland. He goes, oh, yeah, everybody's, open-minded. There's people aren't racist, but you won't see a black guy, leading the company. See what I mean? So it's not like I hate black people, but they're also not going to be in the same jobs that we are. So it's kind of like a hidden, para usar la palabra de antes, oculto racism.
I honestly don't know where we'll be in a couple of years. You have no idea how stressful and emotionally exhausting this winter has been for many immigrants, for my students, for the community.
Right.
because of the pam para pam 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 eyes, eyes, baby. Pam para pam 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 eyes, eyes, baby. You know what I mean?
All right, stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Collaborate
Bye.
and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and rock a chump like a candle. All right, folks. I'll tell you what. Excellent job. You guys knocked it out of the park. But right now, it's time for famous birthday trivia.
Birthdays for you. Birthdays for me. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name. Birthdays for him. Birthdays for her. Birthdays for everyone on the show with no name.
That's right, my amigos. It's famous birthdays here on the show with no name. And let's see who's celebrating a birthday today. Number one, come to my window. I remember this song was on the radio all the time when I was a youngster. And it's an album that came out in 1993 by this American singer, songwriter, guitarist, and activist, Grammy Award nominated, and yeah, definitely a talent. I love her raspy voice. She's got many songs. I Want to Come Over, If I Wanted To, I'm the Only One, but one of my favorites is Come to My Window. We looked at the word window in today's Double Trouble. Aha! Number two, this guy's coming to Madrid this summer. He's coming to the Jardines Botánico. In fact, I didn't get tickets because I'm poor. Oh, did I say that aloud? I didn't get tickets because I couldn't. But an excellent movie composer, a producer, also an actor. He's worked with Tim Burton a lot. He did Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, Batman Returns, Sleepy Hollow, Big Fish, and so many others. He's also done Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, 50 Shades of Grey, Men in Black, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, we're talking about one of the greatest composers, and it's not John Williams. That's Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's Indiana Jones. This is the other guy who's just amazing. And it's not Hans Zimmer, which is another one. This is another one. He's in the Pantheon. And last but not least, an actress who is in the Pantheon, an American actress who has won the Triple Crown. That is Tony Award, Emmy Award, and Academy Awards. And she's been in so many movies throughout her life. First time I really took notice of her was in the movie American Beauty. She played the mom, the wife in American Beauty. She was also in Being Julia. And she's also an actress who's been in many plays as well. And a very, very decorated actress, meaning that she's done it all. As I said, she won the Triple Crown. And definitely. And even more recently, Captain Marvel, Death on the Nile, 20th Century Women, and so on and so forth. All right, number one. Number one is Melissa Etheridge. Number two, Danny Elfman. And number three, Annette Bening. And that's going to bring us right to our Say What soundbite. This is Annette Bening in American Beauty. And she says, oh, and I want to thank you for putting me under the added pressure of being the sole, única, breadwinner now. He just lost his job. Remember Kevin Spacey's character? And he goes, I already have a job, he says. She goes, no, don't give a second thought, ni lo pienses de nuevo, as to who's going to pay the mortgage. ¿Quién va a pagar la hipoteca? We'll just leave it all up to Carolyn. Y se refiere a ella mismo. Lo dejamos en manos de Carolyn. Here she is, the multi-talented Annette Bening.
Oh, and I want to thank you for putting me under the added pressure of being the sole breadwinner now.
I already have a job.
No, don't give a second thought as to who's going to pay the mortgage. We'll just leave it all up to Carolyn.
All right. Excellent job, folks. Wonderful job. We're going to say goodbye with Come to My Window by birthday girl Melissa Etheridge. To my window. Come on, sing it with me. We're going back to 1993. Thank you so much, everybody. Wonderful job. We'll be back on Monday with much more. Ciao.